There are some people on the planet that can name every US president off of nothing but memory. However, there are far less people that can name every vice president. So, if the president is getting all the attention, why doesn't the vice president get as much publicity? What does a vice president even do? A vice president has three main responsibilities. Firstly, they lead the Senate. Secondly, they are the successor to the president. And thirdly, they act as an advisor to the president. John Adams, the first vice president, called the vice president's position, quote, the most insignificant office that ever the invention of man contrived or his imagination conceived, end quote. But a lot has changed since the 18th century. The vice president's position has been steadily gaining power for hundreds of years. Let's dive into that. The Constitution gives the Vice President power to, quote, preside over Senate meetings, end quote. But what does this really mean? In short, the Vice President acts as a moderator for the Senate, as he or she is tasked with maintaining order, as well as recognizing members to speak. Along with this, they are the tiebreaker vote if the Senate has a 50-50 split. This is how often some Vice Presidents have cast this vote. This is obviously important as the vice becomes the sole reason that a legislation passes or fails. What the vice president is most known for, however, is to succeed the president should he die, become incapacitated, or be removed. Through a president's death or resignation, a total of 9 vice presidents have become the sitting president. This obviously can cause tension, as the vice president is not directly elected. As a president's running mate, a vice president tends to share political ideologies with the president, as they are going to work together. Usually, in the first few elections, presidents and vice presidents were voted on separately. Presidential candidates still chose their running mates, but if the opposing candidate got more votes than their opponent's running mate, but less votes than their opponent for the presidency, they were given the position of vice president. That's a little confusing, so here's a diagram. As you can see, candidate A won the election and becomes president, but candidate B has more votes than candidate C. This would make candidate B the vice president. This is exactly what happened in the 1796 election, as Thomas Jefferson lost the election to John Adams, but had more votes than Adams' running mate, Thomas Pinckney. This system was changed with the 12th Amendment, passed in 1804.